In this video, I want to talk about vision, purpose, and goals. If you study the top successful people in the world, it doesn't matter the industry, you will see that all of them had in common one thing, which is having a vision. They knew where they were going before even starting, right? They had a vision, they had a goal, they had a plan, and they followed that plan. Even with all the obstacles, even with all the roadblocks, the haters, it does not matter. They stick to the plan. And eventually, they made it happen because they had a clear vision at the beginning. So when you study those people, what you have to realize is that all of them started with this vision. All of them started with having a clear plan in mind. And because of that, it does not matter what, basically was thrown in front of them. They always have been able to pass through those obstacles and reach their goals because they knew what they wanted so bad. They were so focused that they didn't let anything block them to actually achieve their dreams. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is just to share with you guys that, if you truly want to achieve success, whether in trading or personal life, fitness, business, it doesn't matter what it is, but you need to know where you are going and also why you are doing something, right? Like, you need to have a purpose, you need to have a strong reason that will always motivate you and that will always be there to push you forward. Because if not, well, you will not be able to last on the long term, right? And that's the reason why so many people fail. It's because they are doing things for not enough strong reason. Like they want to make a little more money, or they want to impress someone, or they want to act as if they were successful. Like, those things are not deep enough, like you really need to have a strong purpose if you want to be able to last on the long term. Because whatever thing you want to achieve, if it's something great, it will be hard, right? Like, if it was easy, everybody would do it. If becoming a super trader or becoming a great entrepreneur was easy, well, everybody would do it, right? But it's not that easy. It takes hard work, dedication, patience, a lot of skill, and also some talent, right? So what you guys have to understand is that if you are going to take this journey, you need to, first of all, have a strong purpose that will always be there to motivate you to actually achieve your goals, right? So that's number one, having a strong purpose, a strong reason why you are doing something. So for example, it could be financial independence, it could be helping your family, it could be creating a better future for yourself and for your family, just giving back to others, legacy, things like that, right? So you need to have a strong purpose. And when you have this strong purpose, after that, you need to create a plan to where you are going. You need to know exactly what you will do to actually get there, right? And so that's another problem. A lot of people, for example, they want to make $1 million or they want to create a big business. And then when you ask them, how are they going to do it? Well, they don't know. They have no idea. They don't have any clue on what they need to do to actually get there. So when you actually have a plan in mind, when you actually know what you're doing, and when you even write it down, right, it's even better. Then you can work every day toward that goal. You can stay focused and you can go directly toward the direction that you want. So there is no secret, like it all comes down to actually having the motivation to do that. And as I said, the motivation will come from your purpose, because most people don't know how to motivate themselves, and that's a huge problem. Because if you don't know how to motivate yourself, you will not be able to sustain on the long term. So by having a strong purpose and also knowing where you are going with a defined plan, then you will be able to last on the long term. And if you study, the top successful people in the world, as I said, in any industry, well, you will see that nothing was overnight, like it always takes years and years and years for someone to really achieve a high level in any industry. So if you want to achieve greatness, if you are going to be the best, if you truly want to aim at the top performance of your industry, well, you need to understand that it will take a long time. And so that's the whole reason why you need to have a purpose, or why you need to have a plan, because otherwise you will not be able to get there, because it takes a long time. So once you figure out this whole big picture, and once you truly understand basically like what it takes to reach your goals, well, after that, I believe that you can get there faster than most people. Of course, when I say faster, you need to balance this mindset with patience, right? So to give you a clear idea, it's macro patience and micro speed, right? So on the macro, on the long term, you have to be patient, but on a day-to-day basis, you need to go fast, right? Like you need to achieve things, you need to get things done, boom, 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 boom. But on the long term, you need to keep this patient mindset. So it's a balance. It's basically pulling from opposite direction that really makes you strong. So, you know, the goal of me doing this video is not really to be motivational or sound like a guru or like I know it all. It's really just to share with you guys what helped me a lot in my journey, you know. So when I started out trading, if I didn't have a strong reason why I was doing that in the first place, if I didn't have those goals that I really wanted to achieve, I would never have been able to keep going. I would have, you know, just quit really soon. And that's what happens with most people. They don't have this deep motivation, this deep, you know, driving force, this deep fire inside of them that is burning, and because of that they just end up quitting. So one of my best advice I think that I can give you guys is, you know, whatever you decide to do, well, do it seriously, you know. So if you're going to trade, well, do it seriously. If you're going to start a business, do it seriously. If not, well, you better just not do it in the first place, because it's probably never going to work, right? If you're not serious about your grind, if you don't put in the hours, well, it will just never work. You know, it's not that easy, believe me. Like, so many people try, you know, to be an entrepreneur, they try to have their business, they try to trade, but they fail because they think that it's easy, and it's not. So whatever you think it is, well, you know, 10 times harder you think it is, and it will put you in the right mindset. You will understand how much work it actually takes to get there. You know, one thing I hate about social media, yes, there are things I hate about social media, even if myself I'm on social media and producing content, but one thing I don't like about it is that people always just show, you know, the glamorous things, right? The positive side of what you do, right? So, you know, for example, traders on Instagram, they will always show the lifestyle, the cars, the money, the watches, the mansions, all of that. And even if those things are possible to achieve, right? Like, it's not impossible. It can be done. It has been done in history, and it's still being done today. So it's not impossible. But realize that it's not the only side of it, you know? Like, behind all those cars, behind all those, you know, profits, like, there is a shit ton of work that people did to actually get there. There is a shit load of work, right? People don't realize that, but behind a successful person, there is, you know, thousands of hours put in the work, you know, behind the doors. When the doors is closed, what are you doing with your time? You know, that's the most important thing. And so you get praised in public for the work that you do in private. So the most important time of the day is not when everybody's watching you on Instagram. The most important time of the day is when you are alone in the room, focused, reading, you know, becoming better, working, putting in the hours. That is what really matters. And at the end of the day, this is what will pay off, you know. Like, it's not the posting on social media, it's not posting a story, oh, work hard now, blah blah blah. Like, no, it's actually putting in the work, you know. And a lot of people are not about that. A lot of people forget that, and it's really sad, you know, because they are not fully focused. They don't know exactly where they're going, and because of that, they just never succeed. So to you guys who are still watching this video and who truly want to succeed, right, who truly want to achieve your goals, I'm telling you, be focused, stay focused, have a strong purpose, know where you're going, right? Take things seriously, try to be as productive as possible, and at the same time being patient, right? Try to do those things. I'm telling you, write it down, write affirmations, you know, like, always think about your goals, always, you know, just do actions to actually get there, right? And don't get caught in the mentality of, oh, visualization, right? Oh, I will just sit there for 1 hour every day and visualize my life. That's bullshit, right? Stop wasting your time doing that. Just do it, you know? Like, you can think about your goals, you know, a few minutes per day, in the morning, at night, if you want, to motivate you, to keep you going, to stay focused, to start the day fresh. But when the day is actually started, put in the work, right? Don't be lazy. Laziness and procrastination are the biggest killers of all hopes and dreams, right? They just hard. Most people, they are the enemy of their own self, you know what I mean? Like, most people will let their mind distract them from actually being successful. They will let their, you know, laziness, procrastination, fears, doubt. They will let these things gain control over them, over, for example, hope, faith, goal chasing, and things like that, right? Most people are their own biggest enemy because they don't know how to master their mind. But when you have what I just said, which is a purpose, a written goal that you want to achieve, a plan to actually get there, your mind already is in a much better place, and it will help you on the long term to achieve what you want to achieve. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just tried to share my mind as always, and just explain to you guys some parts of my thoughts, and how I think someone can benefit from that, to eventually just reach their goal. So if you like the video, please leave a like. I would truly appreciate it, and share it if you can.